I am so fucking old. I sat in front of my PC and my back fucking hurts. Like, what is this? I am supposed to maintain eternal youth, not any of this fucking shit. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Today we will be drawing, even though I've been like, oh, I wish I could play Nine Souls right now since last stream yesterday. But it's okay. It's okay to pace yourself. Normalize pacing yourself. Not to mention that I feel like I'm about to realize that I have forgotten how to paint roses. Once again, a classic issue in this household, as it seems. Alright, I'm trying to figure out where I should continue in terms of. Hmm. Honestly, I think I'm gonna maybe mute the colors later. Because right now, I don't know, it might be a bit too bright. 25, I forgot to open the pure file. Okay, the time lapse is being recorded. Is it like. I need to make a proper to-do list for stuff I need to do before a stream because I keep like forgetting stuff. It's a bit very annoying. Also, hi Pneumono, bubblegum bitch. So for example, right now I need to not right now, but like in general, I need to remember to configure it so that the songs are not in the Twitch VOD actually. Cause one of these days I'm gonna get a fucking copyright strike and they're gonna kill me with hammers in real life. Because that's what Twitch does generally, I believe, when you do copyright violations. Which is a shame because copyright violations are based and awesome and more people should do them. But oh well, we're not there yet as a society. Sugar lip, lick a lips. I wanna be your bubblegum bitch. I wanna be your bubblegum bitch. Okay, now let's remember how to paint roses because that's uh, a recurring trend. In where is my brush? I was also considering maybe after I'm not gonna do it for this one, but I was considering maybe trying out painting with different brushes on the basis of I feel like this current brush it is very textured at the edges as you can see, and I feel like it's kind of obfuscating my ability to paint in a way I want to. But I'm not sure. I think I want to do like I was thinking of doing a quick study from a photo with my this brushes and then try out like just the base. Where is it? Like the base round mixing brush that Clip Studio Paint has, and then I'm gonna like see which one is better. But that's for something I'm gonna do off stream. On stream, I'm just gonna continue. On stream, I usually try and just do paintings because it's streams are fairly long and it's a good like opportunity to just sit down and work on one thing for a bit, because normally when I just paint by myself I just switch between projects constantly. Like I will be working on a right now I have two zine pieces I need to finish. Actually, fuck my life. Sorry, that's it's fine. I just kind of I forgot. I didn't forget. It's actually one of them is almost done. It's just like, oh man, oh man. It's a little bit scary. It's okay to be a little bit scared, but really, I'm working on like 100 things simultaneously as well. Hell yeah! I remember I was like in a VC in an art servers one time, and I was streaming my process, and someone was like, "Why are you always switching projects?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I just work like this. I have a lot of projects on my mind, and in my mind, they're all in like different categories. So in my internal categorization, I have like various paintings projects. So this one is considered in my internal categorization a medium-sized painting project in the sense that I'm not like super try-harding it, but it still requires quite a bit of effort, and I still like trying to some degree. Then there are more simple painting projects, which are literally just kind of me painting random shit for fun. So like I posted a night painting of a knight from the hit game Hollow Knight, just being in what's it called, in hot springs. What was what I classify as a simple painting just for fun and shit and giggles. It doesn't necessarily have any plot. I'm not necessarily like uber focused on rendering it. Then there are flats, which are literally just not. There's not even a painting. That's just a flat color drawing, which are usually just like it's the style that they use for like meme drawings and comics and like just like random shit like that. That doesn't necessarily I mean, I don't necessarily want to spend too much time on. And then there are big illustration projects, which is actually a step above what I'm doing right now, which are usually zine pieces, and I want to maybe, this is like also the category that would apply for prints, if I made any, but as this is like literally just zine projects, and I wanna try making more difficult illustrations this year, hopefully. So yeah. And then obviously, apart, this is just my category for illustrations. Okay, this is like one big category. The other big category are the long-term projects. Like, for example, I'm working on a comic at the minute. It's going really poorly. I've been working on it since 2023, but it's the thought that counts, and I'm actually like the point of that comic is largely to figure out how I want to work on comics in a way that's like both sustainable and also actually gives results. So, and then yeah, and then there are other types of big projects, like I want to maybe make a game or a visual novel at some point, so that's also like a type of project that I work on off stream. I also am working on a video. I think I showed it actually on Sunday, like a one frame from it, because I want to do animatics and such. And then what's the other category? I remember what was the other one. Fuck, what was the... Okay, so illustration, comic, video. Oh no, yeah, that was it. And then obviously there is some stuff that doesn't necessarily fit into any of these categories, like my pngtuber, the new one, I'm kind of still figuring out how and when I want to do it. Like, I don't know if I want to do it on stream, because I'm kind of like... It's a little bit... I feel like, okay, so the thing about my new pngtuber is that I want to redo how I organize my expressions, I mean, like, in the internal file organization, which is like... It's a brain-heavy work, and one thing about streams is that I usually paint on them, because painting is not exactly like the most stimulating activity in the world. Like, it's really, don't get me wrong, it's like fun, but I can talk and paint at the same time, because I don't need to think about it too much. And you will notice, like, if I have to focus on something while I'm painting, I go silent, because I'm like focusing, because I need to think, and I don't have the brain power to talk about my project organization and think about what I'm painting at the same time, right? So my thought about the pngtuber is that I'm gonna need some brain power to actually figure out the system that I want to do, because right now the issue is that, like, the transitions between expressions are not uber smooth. So, like, for example, if I put this one on and then I need to put this one on, you can see there's like a brief flicker of the other one. So I'm hoping to maybe organize them in such way so that these transitions look a little bit more organic. Sorry, I'm just having fun. I fucking love having expressions. I know that some PNG tubers, I know Jelly does like, Jelly Channel is like another streamer that I know. I know is a strong word, with like being in VCs and share a couple of Discord servers, but I know that they do like a very PNG tuber has like costumes for games, because Jelly mostly streams does gaming streams, which is really cute, but I don't think that we will ever be a costume for my PNG tuber, simply because it would be so much work to set up. It's because like I love my expressions, but I can't possibly draw a costume for each of the like models that exist. I mean, I guess maybe I could. There is actually probably a way to do that, but imagine putting effort into anything. Hi, welcome to the stream. We're back to painting hell, rendering hell even. I'm really looking forward to playing Nine Souls again on Sunday. I logged out yesterday uh and I was like, well, I'm not too impressed. And then I proceeded to be very impressed, and then I was like, shit, I wish I was playing Nine Souls right now. It's like with Cozy Short. Separate head from body and costume the body, maybe? Hats may be below. Yeah. So, like, I'm afraid that if I do just the head, it's gonna. Actually, will it look weird? My model is not exactly. I feel like. Maybe it could work actually. If there was a separate head, and then. Okay, so wait. Okay, I promised myself I'm not gonna get distracted, but let's normalize getting a little bit distracted. Okay, we're doing this for science. Okay, so like. So this would be like the head would be like this, and the body would be like this, and it would like whoop, 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 whoop. But again, it doesn't really. I feel like if I'm doing a costume, I would need to do it for like an entire body. So like if I was doing, for example, a uh Yin Nine Souls costume, I would have to start here, right? And that's where the head starts. So it's not exactly optimal. So unless like the head is in front. So, but again, it's like can I put a hat without it looking weird? But that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's try and put a hat on me right now. That's okay. Uh, door dash cap. I don't know how it worked exactly, but yeah, couldn't had be in front on like a separate layer. Yeah, no, it does work like that. There are layers in OBS, so I can definitely set that up. It's definitely gonna be a little bit complicated, but it might be worth it for the costumes, for the bit. Okay, so which of these hats? I guess I'll take this one. Okay, I'm gonna need to actually cut out the background, so bear with me for a second here while I'm saving this DoorDash hat. DoorDash hat test. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on my pngtuber and we're gonna see how bad it looks. Okay, and if it looks really bad, we will have to consider options again. Okay. Um, okay, so, um, I'm starting to realize that it looks bad, but not necessarily because it just doesn't. Uh, okay, I feel like even with. Sorry, I'm like thinking about this. Okay, surely there's a way. Okay, I'm actually now logged in. I might try testing out some things just to see if we can incorporate costume, because that would actually be fun. Imagine me wearing a little Yi costume for 9 Soul streams. Parenthesis, this will never happen because I will not have a new PGTuber before we end 9 Souls. Surely it will not take that long, actually. Surely. We have to believe. Say no. This week I'm like thinking about it. This week I'm gonna need to work on a zine piece to make it for the deadline. But low-key, I could also work a little bit on the pngtuber, actually, on Friday. Night Souls is the next silksong. Exactly. Listen, in this economy, parentheses, hope stencil economy, every game is the next silksong because I'm not really good at video games, so it's gonna take a long time to beat every one of them. Okay? Which is why I'm announcing I will be stealing your joke for the next 9 Soul stream title because there's gonna be so many 9 Soul streams. There's only so many jokes I can think of myself. Hashtag copyright violation. It's your chip copy. I also actually figure out how I want to do stream playlists, and it's a little bit fucked up, but it's okay. The fucked upness is that I want to make a separate YouTube playlist for each stream, and then I'm gonna have a separate playlist with all the like the rosters of song like a roster of songs that I can put in the stream music playlist for a particular day. So like before each stream, I will just like pick up some random songs and add it to the playlist. And the reason I want to do I don't want to use just like the one playlist is because of song requests. Because I want to have the opportunity to change the playlist on the fly, obviously, to accommodate for those. So that's my life update. I think I could actually probably just do this so that we have the whole painting here. I also changed a little bit, well, this actually is not gonna matter to you too much because it just changed scenes a little bit on my side on the OBS, just so that it's a little bit more convenient for me. But there are no visual changes, it's just technical crap. Man, I'm talking a lot about streaming, who would have thought? In other news, my healthy habits spreadsheet has been doing rather well. I'm gonna get 10 points in out of the 90 that I'm aiming for food and sleep soon, which I'm really happy about. Because once I get both of these 10 points, not 10, once I get 180 points, fuck, no, I'm not explaining this. Once I get my goals in those two, I will be able to get a Hollow Knight figurine, as I've mentioned before. So I'm really excited about that. Hashtag my Hollow Knight. I saw a fucking poll today that was like, okay, I'm gonna find it. It's like it's unintentionally it's really funny, but it has an unintentional level of comedy to it. Additional level of comedy to it for me. It's literally the best motivation source to ever exist. It's important to have some motivation for stuff that's not necessarily immediately rewarding, right? Okay. Okay, so it's a Tumblr poll. Let me... Tumblr poll, scary. I'm not gonna show the actual results because I don't want to log in on my Tumblr. But, okay. Okay, so... it reads... Actually, I'm gonna hide it like that. Hey, you! Yes, you! Come here. Goes into the last game you played again? Will you survive? And the options are... Absolutely not. I don't think so. Probably. No. Yes. Most likely. Absolutely. I'm thriving. And the best one, the one that I found really funny, random Hollow Knight player, I'm making you bug-sized. And then puzzle game, etc. Not exactly game, see results. My actual answer is obviously like between yes and absolutely not, because like if I was in 9 cells, I don't know. It's like either I'm okay or I fucking get my head cut off. No. Peak is like, yeah, peak is just nightmare scenario in this case. Literally stranded in the middle of nowhere and you have to climb a mountain. I think I've talked about this before, but I used to have a teacher who was really, really good at her job in high school. I used to have a teacher who was really, really good at her job, but she also had a hobby of going mountain climbing, and she would always go mountain climbing and like constantly get some sort of injuries, and she would have to spend a lot of time in the hospital. So even though she was really good, we were always stuck with substitute teachers because she would literally just never be in class for us because she would be like busy. That's fucking crazy. We cycled through so many substitute teacher in that subject. She was really, really good though. I feel like from my nowadays adult perspective, I wouldn't rate her as high as I rated her when I was younger. But she still holds up fairly well. In terms of rating, I mean like she's not perfectly woke, is what I mean. Unfortunately, which is a pretty high standard to have in this country, I suppose. Looks at the camera. I was just busy like studying for my test tomorrow. I'm gonna probably continue studying after the stream as well for a little bit. And it's really fucking sucks because I study pedagogics, which is a humanitarian subject, which is bad because I don't live in an exactly woke country. So the stuff that we study for humanities is like fucking most ableist shit you've ever seen. And it's really frustrating. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna get into an argument with a professor in the middle of a lecture about it because I want to graduate, actually. I want a degree. Because, like, again, if I'm here in college specifically so that I can have a degree so that I can go into a teaching job because that's what I want to do in my life. Believe it or not, I'm being a Twitch streamer is not the height of my aspirations. Um, but we're making it really difficult. We're making it really, really difficult. I actually did get into kind of an argument with a teacher at one point, which went fine, but it was like really frustrating because it's like, I'm like, okay, so it's like this and that, and like here are my sources, and she's like, no, it's not, and it's like, well, okay, sure, sure, queen, thumbs up. The moral here is that not exactly. Uh, so the moral here is that if you live, I don't know what kind of moral is here actually, because I can't really say you should never study in a Bulgarian university, because it's probably good to study here if you want to if you want to get a residence permit. If you for whatever reason want to or need to move to Bulgaria, because in Bulgaria, like if you're an immigrant, you can get a resident permit as like a relative of someone already living here, or like because of you're studying or working here, right? So going to university is like the best way to do it as an adult, or like one of the best. Whereas because there's some like difficulties associated with getting a resident residence permit as a worker, right? So I guess don't study in a Bulgarian university unless you're Bulgarian and or you want to move to Bulgaria? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Is that a good moral lesson here? Maybe it is. I've been kind of editing wikis a little bit more. That's also something I'm really happy about so far about 2026. Learning, taking notes. Is that I've just been chipping away bit by bit at various wiki projects that I'm involved in. I recently joined the Hollow Knight wiki just for shit and giggles. Don't want, I'm not probably gonna be too active on it, but I've just been doing some minor grammar and clarity edits. And I even did a little bit a tiny little write up today. And on qsmp wiki actually. In case you don't know, I'm one of the admins on the qsmp miraheze wiki, which is peak. Wikis are so wonderful. I love wikis. Don't ask me about my wikis, but qsmp miraheze wiki, because in case you don't know, the fandom wiki is has inaccurate information, and also it's on fandom, and they don't want to move. So someone I know started the miraheze wiki, and today I made a wonderful edit to it, which looks like this, and I'm really happy about it. Empanada is a hamster. Man, I miss QSMP. I don't want it to come back. But it's actually like I want to make a whole ass write up about why I don't want it to come back, but that's spoilers. Yeah, I know, right? It's like little Iggy. But like I miss it, man. It was so peak. That serious, like I love lifesteal and I love all of those other SMPs that are out there, but nothing even compares to qsmp IMO. Okay, it's like it was actually peak, but oh well. I wanna maybe, I was thinking about this today. I wanna maybe throw more qsmp eggs. I've been trying to like, I'm the sole contributor to the GitHub wikis for my own mods, which is why they suck. Hey, if you ever like want any help or advice, you're welcome to ask me on Discord or whatever, and I will ask my friend who actually knows how to do this. So it's and I will ask someone who is actually competent because they actually edit Wikipedia, like the real one. Um, so you know, thumbs up. Which side of Benjamin? We're on this one. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna open a separate window just so that I can quickly check which side of the painting we're on. On another hand, I really like the textured feeling that this brush gives. I feel like it's very kind of part of my style at this point. They're fine. They do the job, I think. Other people have used them to add combat and whatever. Alright, yay! That's great. Oh wait, GitHub wikis. Oh fuck, that's not what's my specialty. I just realized. I've never did the GitHub wiki, just like media wiki. I did just have to open the report with someone else telling them they did it wrong, but we don't talk about that. But we don't talk about that. But yeah, I've been rather happy how I've been able to incorporate wiki work a little bit, because last year I just completely fell off. Anyway, yeah, edit wikis, thumbs up. We're always hungry for new editors. Oh yeah, I was talking about qsmp. I was thinking about it. I want to maybe draw qsmp eggs again. Because I'm always thinking about them, but I've been like kind of holding myself off from doing qsmp fan art because I was like, oh, I want to focus on doing like lifesteal and Hollow Knight fan art, but I want to focus on lifesteal anymore. And I really, at this point, qsmp eggs are like OCs. Like, I have the same kind of like attitude towards them people have towards OCs, right? Writing up stuff is fun. I know like nothing about qsmp honestly. Well, you will be glad to know. There is there is a thing called the qsmp miraheze wiki, which is an independent independent wiki that was created by fans to document the Quackity SMP QSMP, a multilingual Minecraft server created and run by Quackity and Quackity Studios. The wiki's goal is to provide accurate, character-focused, well-cited information about people. It's like we're working on it really hard, but it's still like it's still a lot of it is really underwhelming simply because there are like 3 editors, including me. But for a lot of stuff, it does have quite a bit of content. So like, if you want to learn actually about the eggs specifically, there is the X page, which is, I'm gonna send in chat. It's actually pretty much complete. It has pretty much all the information on the X that is out there. But the short answer to your question, that does not require you to read all that, is that the eggs are like small little player characters who have custom models that look like eggs with some sort of accessories. For example, this egg has a little floaty, and Empanada, this egg, has a little pancake hat. They're very joyful, and the whole, like, pretty much the entire plot of the server revolves around them. Each egg has usually multiple parents, parentheses streamers, so like kubitus who take care of them, and the eggs actually have limited lives. So if the parents are not able to take care of them for some reason, or like they get killed by something, they just fucking die. Okay, they just die. Okay, it's kind of really fucked up actually. Dead egg. But yeah, they're really cute. They're pretty much the soul and heart of qsmp, in my opinion. Lula's article and Cheyenne's articles are pretty good at the minute. Like, the histories are a bit underwhelming, but like, physical description, personalities are rather. The part of me that makes vanilla style models thinks they need to burn and die for having too much detail, but other than that, they are wonderful. Yeah. I think someone made egg. Wait, let me see. More details. Are there more IRL photos? Hell yeah, photos. Fucking love this category. It's very cute. Look at this fucking guy. But double article is really detailed, because it was written by me, but like I didn't actually provide a lot of this information. I went around and tortured people who are Tabo mains to give me information on him. And then I watched like a lot of Tabo Watts, and I'm still going through them because Tabo streamed a lot on qsmp. Um, but yeah, this is like my pride and joy. This is hashtag one of my articles. Actually, wait, can I user hop or no hop? Yeah, this is my user profile. And yeah, I made I made and I finished the pitch for the most qsmp's most iconic character, Dantity, who logged on twice and then fucking canonically died. Okay? So it was really fun to work on his page because I just finished it like it's that easy. It's peak. It's actually peak. Um yeah, look at his personality. Dan was a quiet and chill guy. And also, I worked on a lot of Agente Maxo's page, though it's still very much not finished. But it actually has a pretty good history because Maxo actually did a YouTube series on his QSMP adventures, and that's what I watched with subtitles because I don't know Spanish. And then my Tabo, hashtag my Tabo, and then I also wrote pretty much for most of Yangling's page because I also watched her videos with subtitles because I don't know Korean. And when I had to ask someone to write down the codes for me, because we should have Korean members of QSMP, is that we have one Korean editor, one Korean speaking editor. So it's really bad. Okay, this is like was a whole ordeal to get. Um, but yeah, fun one article. Well, obviously, it still needs to have more stuff done and a lot of some formatting finished up. And then my last pride and joy is admin's page, which is unfortunately also the reason I don't want qsmp to ever come back. Which is probably if you like ever been into mcyt back in like 2024, 2023, you're probably aware of the humble qsmp workers' rights violation scandal. Um, And the thing about this is like the table that they did with all the testimonies and letters that are about this scandal, pretty much. As you can see, it's pretty bad. And the thing about this scandal is that it was never like resolved in an appropriate manner. Like no one ever apologized for mistreatment of the workers, and now they're announcing QSMP 2 despite never compensating for the abused workers' labor or like doing anything on the subject. Um, which is really gross, and that's why I'm like really really anti qsmp too, even though I feel like I'm like probably top 100 qsmp fans in the world at this point, because I fucking love qsmp, but I don't want it to come back, at least not until something drastically changes about how this server is managed is managed. um but yeah, but abuse was really really bad, actually. Like, it was bad. Whew. But yeah, but qsmp is still big. It's like the original one. I still like really like it a lot. And if you want, you can read the qsmp miraheze wiki. We also have social media accounts. This is another thing that I want to put more effort into updating in 2026. So you're welcome to check out the qsmp miraheze tumblr, or blue sky, or twitter, I guess. But I don't know if we're gonna update twitter because I'm banned from twitter. And I'm just kind of saying that, but it's not even true. I'm not actually banned from Twitter. I just say it because I can't open it anymore from my PC because it fucks, like, my security protections are too good for Twitter, and it just won't open unless I'm from a private browser, and I'm not gonna use my Twitter from a private browser. So I was like, well, I guess it's just over for me now. I'm just not gonna use Twitter. And I've been free ever since. And nowadays I like use fucking Blue Sky, which is probably gonna turn into Twitter because I feel like Twitter is very evil, but I'm afraid that, like, I feel like I would want to read up more on why Twitter turns so evil, but I do feel like just kind of on vibes, based on vibes, I feel like the reason Twitter turns so evil is at least partially because of the format of very, very short posts that obviously that in order to drive engagement to, you would need to word them in the most confrontational, rage baiting manner. Yeah, and I feel like Blue Sky having the exact same format does not bode well for how wholesome the platform will remain in the long run. I feel like eventually Twitter is gonna implode, obviously, because it's like imploding already. And Blue Sky is just gonna turn into new Twitter, and then we're all gonna explode and die. And Tumblr is gonna die because it's like ran out of money, and because they banned all trans women. It's not funny at all, but you know. Which is also why I've been thinking about it. I'm just like, imagine me lying awake at night thinking about this. Maybe setting up some sort of, like, looking into how the old internet was like, and maybe setting up some sort of website or something. Because currently I have NeoCities, obviously, but it's less like a proper website and more like just a collection of links. Maybe setting up some sort of website could be a good idea, actually. But obviously that's like a whole other thing. I would need to learn JavaScript to do that. Or like hire people, so I would have to learn JavaScript because I'm not gonna have the money to hire anyone anytime soon. Because I wanna have like a pretty big purchase I wanna make at some point, and that's in terms of like out in the, because obviously I have my living budget, I have my groceries budget, I have whatever budget, and in terms of my creative budgets, like the type of money that I can afford to invest into all of this drawing and streaming shit, so like sneaky shit, I want to make a pretty big purchase for myself, maybe. I'm not sure yet, but I do need to save quite a bit of money for that. So yeah, that's like a whole thing. Mhm. Actually, I first listened to this song like 2 days ago. It's pretty good. Kato is a fun little character. I always have to remind myself that Vocaloid sounds are not like the way the Vocaloid voice bank sounds are actually a little bit weird to people who do not listen to a lot of Vocaloid music. Because to me, who is so Vocaloid pillaged, it's kind of like I'm just used to this, low key. Website is article and awesome. Shout out website. But yeah, basically, like the point would be to just have something that's self-hosted, because at the minute, if like if Tumblr and Blue Sky explode, I'm like fucked, and that's not good. It's just not optimal. It's just not optimal. Fucked up evil occurrence happened to me, and now a mod that I don't like and was just neglecting became popular, and now I have to fix the 9 million bugs with it. No! I'm so sorry. That's tragic. They're putting a gun next to Pneumonia's head and making her fix the mods. Sad. It was literally overnight. It was like 400-ish downloads. They up to 4K per day. What the hell? I know why it will have been added to a modpack probably, but still. That's fucked up. Again, my endless respect towards coders, because I could never live this kind of life. I could never work on a project. I could never. That's not even true. I could maintain a project. Oh my fucking god, says the wiki editor. But like, this is so scary. You're just like having a job but making $1 a day. So just like working on QSM. I mean, who said that? So just having a job, yeah. It's good at least that you get at least some money out of it from the ad revenue rate and whatnot. I get to see number be big though, so I mean, kind of worth it. No, true. Number big is the greatest motivator. Yeah, even if it's like very, very tiny money, you know? It's like what we call beer money or whatever. Well, you don't have to buy beer with it, but you can buy soda, for example. Oh man, now I want soda. This is awful. Fuck, no. I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna drink water like a loser. You can buy 8 million plushes, that's right. Plush money. The edge of a war. La, la. Don't try and catch me. Don't you try and catch me. No, 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 no. Man, fixing the colors for this is gonna be such a bitch. Whatever, man. Whatever, I don't even care. I don't even care. Dude, I love big number. 1.61 million total downloads. It feels that's really awful though. That's like actually really awful. Hell yeah. I think the biggest number I ever got on anything was oh god. Let me see if I can find it. It's not actually like embarrassing or whatever. It's just like fucking nuts to think about. Okay. I used to share the What the hell? I don't. Okay, I guess I will not find it. Where the fuck? Okay, sometimes I don't usually do this, but I'm currently looking up my own name on Twitter on the basis of I'm trying to find the most big number I've had ever. And it's really scary. It's really really scary what kind of shit it's making me look at. Oh man. Posting for multiple years? Big mistake. Big mistake. It's just stuff from. Oh wait, here we go. Found it. Um. Oh, this page doesn't exist. My ass. My ass. My ass. My ass. My ass. Fuck my life. Well, okay. The tweet I was thinking was random as the realm SMP fanart that I did, which got like 1K likes on Twitter, and it was really scary. And I was like, oh my god, that's so many. And then Tabo fucking replied to it and was like, oh my god, that's so much. I gotta post things. I have no brand, no publicity. My marketing plan is primarily composed of hopes and dreams. Honestly, you already have a pretty good start, don't you? Like half of the, if you like looking, if you actually like slash seriously looking into fucking building like a brand or whatever for like purposes of showcasing your work and such, it's just like half of it is, most of it is like literally just networking. So already halfway there. And the other half is just kind of posting with some sort of regularity and not being stupid. Which obviously, again, if you don't have big grand goals to be like fucking best-selling author or whatever, and it's gonna depend on like on how big of an audience you have, yada 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 yada. Yeah, but it'll help to post literally anything at any time. All of my accounts have 0 posts and I'm a lurker. Listening and learning. I don't have that problem. I have a spreadsheet. Who wants to see my? Let's see if I can showcase my spreadsheet without doxing myself. I don't think I can, but maybe I can. Personally, the way I post is that I do it in a normal and well-adjusted way, known as I have a spreadsheet and I just schedule posts. Okay, pretty much everything that I post on social media is just scheduled. Um, I don't really account for trends or whatever because I can't. I'm like, I'm both quick and slow and growing, and I can never like make anything on time for any trends or whatever. So I just post whatever I want, which is probably the optimal way to do it because it's like when you are selling a product, which is like, we're not exactly selling a product, but we're still like building some sort of brand identity, so it's like relevant, I guess. Uh, it's good to have a more niche audience rather than a more broad audience, because a more niche audience will find quicker appeal than a more broad audience. This like doesn't make sense when I say it out loud, but it's like where's like data about that? And I'm actually not gonna show my spreadsheet because it's fucking nuts. But basically I just have like dates of dates, and then I try and schedule one post every 5 days, and then like for like full blown paintings or like just like quality stuff. And if I have like small sketches, I try and post them in between those 5 days. Um, but this is just like uh logistics. I don't know. I keep being like, I'm gonna post something about X projects once it's finished, and then I never finish any of my projects. Yeah. I would say that maybe you could just post work in progress, but I don't do it and I don't like doing it, so that's would be actually kind of bad advice from me. Hmm. Honestly, I don't know how I would handle like posting as a mod creator, as a Minecraft mod creator. I never like followed anyone who does that. No, not ever scary. Everything I make that's wave gets redone like 100 million times. Yeah. Hi, welcome, welcome. Normalize being late. Do not normalize that, actually. Do not normalize that. Holy shit. We're still painting roses. But we're doing we're making pretty steady progress, I would say. I like how this is turning out. I wanna maybe later reposition some of these, but that's a problem for future me. My current me is gonna focus on just rendering all of these. I get on the bus on time because of heavy fog. No! You guys have fog as well? We're having an issue over here. Not really an issue, but like a lot of the time when you wake up here, and when you go look outside and it's just Silent Hill out there. Yay, thank you, Aim. It's just Silent Hill out there, and it's really scary, especially I remember when I was in high school, I had to go to school a lot of the time at like by 7:30, so I would leave the house at 7 and it would be still dark by then during the autumn, winter, early spring months. So I would just walk in this thick ass fog at night, all dark, no people around, and it's like it was really scary. And that's why I'm scared of everything in Nine Souls. Yes, it looks so pretty. Thank you. Yay! 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 I wish I had like a face that looks like. Well, I can't show it here. Like this. Yay! I live in mountainish area and it's very, very foggy. You can't make out person beside you. Ah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Fuck the fog. Please leave Pneumona. That's so scary. I went outside today, which I know is scandalous. And it was actually pretty nice. It like was raining a little bit, but this wasn't too much. I just put on my hood and it was okay. Dude. Silent Hill. You got your future ahead and me. Meanwhile, the fog. I'm sleep deprived these days, so I just take the bus now. Don't want to. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's probably a much better and safer option. I don't even have the driver's license. I want to get one just to just have the skill to drive. But I don't think I will ever be like an active driver simply because of issues. So they do not actually know, but it's okay. See, I put on a timer today. It's hellhole here in terms of traffic rules. Oh yeah, I've seen. Fuck. Well, I started so I can finish the sentence. I've seen the spiders. Yeah, I've heard it's like really, really bad. Over here, it's like it's not terrible, but a lot of people drive really shittily. It's not again. It's not the worst in the world. For example, in Russia, the general driving skills are like the average driving skills are definitely worse than here, but still really bad. I put on a timer today for the drawing session because I wanted to see how much actual time I spent drawing, and so far we've been 56 minutes into the stream, and I've only been drawing for 36 minutes, so that says a lot about society or whatever. Still not terrible productivity, though I do usually I'm a little bit more productive when I just like go in VC or just by myself. Much to consider. It means nothing to have driving license here because there are no driving schools really, and where nobody cares because you can pay and just get. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That sucks. Yeah, streams are inevitably less productive. And it feels like that feels like I guess it makes sense when you think about it for more than 5 seconds, but like when you don't think about it for more than 5 seconds, it's like why? But why? I hate the traffic hole here, most because it's most. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys will get more streams because at this point I'm like addicted. Normalize streaming. And also, you know, if I do art streams, I get to do art showcases, which is like a whole thing now. Or more like, because we're art showcases, I want to do more art streams. Hell yeah, addicting. Hell yeah. True. Okay. We're showcasing. No. 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 No memes. We have one meme and it's in the right top corner. Repost this. I actually forgot. I wanted to post this as an emote. Fuck my life. Shit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna. Where is my stupid 7TV? I'm gonna put on 7TV because I can. Alright, where are we going? Don't make me log in again. Fuck yeah. Okay, upload. Emote name. Sea of Sorrow. Enter tags. Hollow Knight. Silksong. I will not put. No. No. That's barely. Okay, it's not even a stream meme. Okay, it's barely even a meme. Okay, Gmok is iconic. Gmorius is iconic, but it's not a stream meme if it wasn't during the stream. Look in. What do you mean it has all the care? What do you even mean by that? Explain yourself. Oh, I remember this song from the MCYT memes. That's a cursed thought to have. We need Pneumana's opinion. Pneumana is FDSneaky 67 meme. 67 meme. A meme. A stream meme. I mute the centrist ass opinion. So I hope you guys didn't hear that. That was really scary. Everybody loves me. Hey, down into my home sound. Gushing's in my face now. You need to review the meme and tell us. The humble meme reviewer. Where the fuck is the fucking file? I have. There was no 6-7 reference made. Let's get our facts straight. There was no 6-7 meme. Okay, that's just not something that happened. What the fuck is a file? Was a Okay, no, it just needs some time to update. Playing to my horse now, dashing in my haste now. Noise, everybody loves me. What do you mean it doesn't fucking... It does have all the iconic Hope of G sneaky characters in the image. However, we must also consider it's a 6-7 meme, so like, let's be for real! True! Actually true. What do you mean in stupid this fucking, I'm gonna kill my fucking, well, fuck. I'm so mad. Why wouldn't it? Unlisted. Why is it unlisted? Oh, do you people need to, like, approve it first? Boo. I mean, that actually makes sense. I'm sorry. What if I uploaded hate speech? Fuck my life. How do you unlisted? Explain. What do you mean it works for you? But it's not working for... What? Oh my god, it works in the Twitch chat, but not in Chat Arena? And not in the stupid ass same overlay? What? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Pneumono is indeed pure of heart. Holy shit. Refresh? Alright, fine. Let's kill chat. How do we refresh this, actually? So I'm really scared to refresh this, but, okay, we can just kill Chad. Rip Chad. Now let's see if it's gonna do anything. Yeah! Repost this image to delete Hollow Knight Silksong. Sea of Sorrow. Okay, now back to roses. ITGIRL. I know I am a bad girl. It boy or it girl? Which one would you prefer to have? It boy son or it girl daughter? There's no make the emote button for my coins. Do we really? I feel like we have too many channel points rewards. I wanna backport stuff. This is evil. What if I just don't do anything ever? True! But what if you did? It would be like satisfying, and then you would be like, oh, I did some stuff. And it would be a little warm and fuzzy on the inside. And it would be like, neat. It would be like that. I have to make something work with both item components and NBT data because item components weren't added in 1.20 and I need to make it work. Dying horrifically. No, please don't die. You're so awesome. Never die. Minecraft modding is more afraid of you than you're of it. Remember that. Hashtag never die. Hashtag never give up, never would. That's right. Minecraft modding. Blah, 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 blah. Oh shit, it's all the way over here. I didn't realize that. Oh man, that's how you know it's like going well when you can't really recognize which version is like the one that's correctly flipped. Holy. Alright. More roses. One waiter, waiter. 10 more roses, please. We're doing really well this stream, actually. This is what a part of locking the fuck in does, I guess. We might actually do a pretty significant chunk of roses. Don't think we'll be able to do all of them, but if we will, it will be really neat. Our work chat just said a very big 6-7 debate. It was so, in what sense? Like, what were you debating? Multi-version support is weird. You never know what versions will actually be popular. The same mod version has 12k downloads in 1.21.11 and literally only 6 to 7 in 1.21.2. Oh my god, why did it have to be 6? Haha, funny number. Oh god, that made my throat hurt. Holy shit. Making a wire waves is kind of sucks. Sorry, I was just drinking water. Sounds of me drinking water. Gulp, 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 gulp. I need a water drinking pngtuber. I need to actually, I know I started it last stream, but like, I need to actually write down all the expressions that I need. I'm gonna open a notepad or something. Or maybe not, because my PC decided it's gonna fucking kill itself. Oh god, we need to export with time-lapse. Oh, no, 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 we need to export with time-lapse. Oh, no, no, no. Scary, scary, scary. So right now the expressions are... I have them like popped out in my humble OBS, which is really useful. Wait, I also need to be hydrated to live. I will go on my epic journey downstairs for the treasure, glass of water. Hell yeah! Good luck on your adventure. Hashtag awesome adventure. The history professor was asking what is 6-7, and then the other professor of I don't know what subject, not from my branch, said it's some brain rot stuff of this generation, and it ignited a heated debate, and people got divided in 6-7 empaths and 6-7 daters. Based 6-7 empaths? It's okay to have a silly meme. See, like, you know, back in our day, we had 60. I mean, we still have 69. This will never die. 69 will never die, but you know what I mean. It's okay to have a really fucking stupid meme. It's like rite of passage. And it's beautiful. It's part of culture, even. God. Oh god, I lost my pngtuber folder. That's so scary. Oh, here we go. pngtuber expressions. The list. Here we go. And I'm just gonna add to it as I think of more stuff. I think, right now I added crying growing up to the list of expressions I wanted to. Days go by so you that was the wrong lyric. Oh man, I've been listening to this song so much. It's such a late Silksong song. If you think about it. Don't even need to think about it this hard. It's just straightforwardly a late Silksong song. And also just a general Hollow Knight song, to be quite honest. Thank you, Flavor Foley. 6-7 empaths argued that it is harmless meme but is just funny, and 6-7 haters argued that it is very frustrating when someone makes a 6-7 reference while they're asking for just work related. I'm definitely on the side of 6-7 empaths if it's not obvious. I think it's literally fine. And also it's like not the worst thing you can be annoying about. Like, people are annoying about memes all the time. Obviously, like, if it's actually very serious, you need to make sure to, like, kind of like be like, hey, maybe lock in. But like in more casual context, I feel like it's like whatever, man. This was a very serious debate between 60-year-old dinosaurs and 30-year-old hot-blooded people. Hell yeah. Loves debates. Loves them. Okay, Hope, can we log in? You're not pressing the pen to the tablet. Messages will come so slowly. I don't know a single thing and I'm so lonely. Like a Facebook for me, yeah. The conclusion was that as one of the companions, I sent a 6-7 hugging and we got a happy ending. Aww, that's cute. The good end. Hell yeah. Okay, which side do we wanna... Okay, so it's gonna be this direction. Okay. This is what goes in our work chat, and that's beautiful. Hashtag work. In my college chat, it's been fucking 9/11 because it's finals week is soon and nobody knows anything. It turned out, okay, it's actually fucking nuts. Okay, a group of girls paired with Clueless. Normalized trolling. But it's been fucking nuts in my fucking college life because recently we had to, so like for a number of subjects we had to do really big project which basically just encompasses all the work we did in the semester, and for one of them we were never given like a deadline, so we were like, well, fuck, I don't know, man. And at this point it's like been too long and we're like, okay, girl, as in the professor, can you tell us the deadline? And I sent like this message to her, I believe yesterday. Yes, I sent it yesterday. And she replied with, the deadline was on December 20th. What the fuck do you mean it was on December 20th? You never told us that. So I was like, hey, can you give us a new deadline? Because literally none of us fucking knew that. So with none of us actually are ready with the assignment. None of us sent it. And I'm still waiting for the reply. So like, which is like fucking peak organizational skills over there, dipshit. What you get from the organizational store? So that's how my life is going. The batch I teach and its group chat is nuts. Are you teaching like are you doing like adult training at the moment or something? Mm-hmm. I had to go to battle, have a conversation with a terrifying beast family member. Oh god, I'm so happy you survived. Godspeed. Well, I hope you did acquire your treasure. Glass of water. I did. I almost forgot, but I did. Hell yeah. I don't drink water from glasses. I always have a bottle. The concept of drinking water from a glass is a very foreign one to me. Not that even we obviously our household has glasses, um, but I don't actually really even use them. I use my mugs for like coffee and tea and sometimes soda, but this reminds me of that one guy who walked in my office and asked, "Hey, sorry, when are we practical exams for finals?" And told him, "In 5 days." And I could almost see his soul in mortal plane. Yeah. I really wish our university had like proper syllabuses so that we actually knew when the exams are and like deadlines are, because as is, it's like you have to ask individually for each assignment. And like if you for some reason kind of don't ask because you're assuming like, oh, we're just gonna tell us, you're like sometimes you're just fucked. Like, yeah, everyone else in my family uses bottles of mugs. I'm just strange maybe. Normalize using, it's okay to use a glass of water. The water drinking app that I installed recently is like measures water drinking in glasses. So maybe it's just me and the rest of your family who are weirdos. Also, I teach physics, and now I can teach college level students. Oh, hell yeah! Congratulations on that. Shout out physics. I really need to study up on my physics. I kind of crashed and burned through high school, so unfortunately I don't really know it that well. Dude, I remember high school was so rough. I was like, I should drop out. I should dead ass just drop out of high school. It was really bad. And I wasn't even that bad at studying. I had like good grades even. I was one of the top in my class. It was still like torture. It was a non-college student. They are like sit here like a 1 day before exams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh fuck my life! I got to learn a whole new like tool thingy for multiversion stuff. I managed to put it up for my other mods, but I need for it. I'm still in high school. It is not going well for me either. You're almost free though. You're almost free. Like my high school, I think I've expressed this before. Like my high school was actually really good, and I was still like when I graduated, I was like, I'm free. I'm free. I was like just like so happy I was no longer in high school or in school in general. Like compared to like I don't know, it's just I complain about my college a lot, and my current college really sucks. But I feel like overall, a college is a better experience. Yeah. Jimono is such a flea mono. But yeah, I think college has been a much better experience for me compared to being in school. Okay, wait, I'm gonna need to very briefly. Okay, so it's like this. I'm like that making art with stuff as well. Constant oscillation between I'm cooking, I'm best ever, and holy shit, this is I got in my life. Yeah, I feel like that's just the experience of making art, to be quite honest. Flea mono. Flea mono. Little flea mono. I'm glad. Really joyful, really cute creature. I need to do more. I'm like every morning I wake up. I wish I drew 1 billion silksong fan art pieces. And then I have to go to college, and then instead I go into college and I have to listen to a stupid ass fucking lecture about. Actually, I can't even say that word on stream, but so that's how you know it's actually really bad. Um. Okay, it's like man, it's like I don't know. I again complain about my college a lot because it's like it's bad, and I've been to a better college, so I have a point of reference for what could have been. Um, and isn't if that college is like it's like complicated, but the Eastern. No, it's see that's not even the issue. Is what we're not even studying fucking education for. That was fucking whatever. It's fine. It's fine. The actual education studies are really I feel like the biggest value that this college has is actually being able to engage in practical exercises and such, and to actually visit schools and kindergartens and all of the other institutions where children sometimes are, and have some hands-on experience, because obviously you can't just get it from if you're like just not in college, Lamayo. Um, but like the actual lecture material so far has been really underwhelming for as long as I've been studying, which I hope will change like in the last 2 years. But it's kind of not amazing, and a lot of it just amounts to the fact that like the actual things that we study, the actual material is pretty outdated. Because unfortunately, I have the curse of actually knowing things, so I know that like a lot of the terminology that they use and like a lot of the stuff, it's just like that's not even true. Further in the West, they don't use this type of language, they don't use this type of like terminology, but they still teach it here. And then in addition to this, it's just not really woke. Like I'm sorry, we need to get professors that teach about disability in education that are like hashtag normal about disabled people. Um, which is like I don't really like saying normal as a shorthand for like whatever I mean, because it's like it doesn't actually tell you anything. I wish we were like respectful towards disabled people and weren't like ableist. Here we go. So yeah, my college fucking sucks. Yeah, I can imagine. And it's like my skull is like performative Vogue. Yeah, that checks out. I don't know why I said that. I don't go to your school, but yeah, it's better than Unvogue, but yeah, definitely better than Unvogue, but still not great. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. They objectify abled people, especially abled people. I usually just say disabled people because like it's just quicker. Um, and that's a lot of disabled people prefer. But yeah, they just kind of objectify them, and it's like kind of it's like the kind of view that they can kind of never be part of quote unquote normal society. So there's no like again, it's like anti-inclusion strategies kind of mindset, which a lot of them are promoting, in my opinion. Um, and I'm saying a lot of them. I'm just meaning this one professor in particular. The other one that we had in this subject, I actually stopped going to her lectures because she was like, "You don't have to come if you don't want to." And I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" Because her lectures fucking sucked. Because we didn't actually learn anything. We were just like doing some. I don't want to describe it because it's like gonna dox me, but we just doing some bullshit. So I just stopped going, Lamayo. But I also didn't like how she talked about disabled people either. So some kind of moral lesson here. I don't know. No moral lesson. We need to get more Vogue. And it's like it's also really frustrating for me because not to be a show off, but I feel like to think I'm like pretty woke, relatively woke, and relatively educated on a lot of subjects connected to disability. Not like I'm obviously like not as expert by any means, but I like probably it seems to me based on what I observe in my classmates, but I know above average, uh, more than them. And so it's also doubly frustrating going to these classes because I just see them being taught all this bullshit, and it's like they're just gonna like apply that in their work, and it's like I can't even argue with the teachers because I mean I tried one time, but it obviously didn't work because as I said, it's like nah, you're just wrong, Hope. And then obviously that doesn't really help the students because I don't have the authority to teach. I'm just a chungus from their perspective, which is true. I am just a chungus, but also like I also had this issue when I was doing my special education degree. Yeah, I can imagine. It's like it's awful out there. All my evil old projects, evil old, right? All of these models are terrible. I am sure it is not beyond saving. Hashtag chicken fixer. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me actually drink more water. Holy shit, I've been talking a lot. Love stalking. Whatever, bro, I don't even care. I would never update visuals or mechanics or anything other than the bare minimum for the mod to function with our MC versions. Hell yeah, based. That's like, I feel like it's kind of a issue that, oh, what the fuck is that render? I just noticed this fucking rose. What the hell is it? Kind of an issue that people have with long-term running projects where it's like, oh, this old assets or whatever suck. It's a thing that I see have seen a lot with webcomics, which is like a hell genre to be clear, just in general. But a lot of things that happen with webcomics specifically is that the author just kind of works on it for a very long time, and like several years into production they like look at the first pages and like, oh, this shit sucks dick and balls. Sorry for being crass, but this shit sucks. Or they go ahead and redo the first pages and they don't make any new ones, so they just kind of get stuck in this cycle where like, oh, I wish I could perfect this, but they don't actually progress the story. Which is why I feel like it's an important skill for any creative person to be able to just move on. Which is like, I think it's a thing that was in one of the Drawbox videos, which I found incredibly useful. It's like a type of attitude that changed the way I do art forever, for the better to be clear. Which is that whenever I'm done with a project, I functionally send it into the shredder. I post it and then I forget about its existence. Okay, I do like if it's like a bigger project, I do some like marketing as well. Obviously, I just kind of like, hey guys, check out this fucking 10-page comic or whatever. But after I'm done with that, I just kind of don't think about it anymore. I move on to other things because you can spend a lot of time just perfecting your old projects and then just never achieve whatever you want, or maybe achieve it, but again you're spending a lot of time just fixing this when you could be working on something else. I would love to do that, but the humble GitHub issue report page prevents me from not thinking about old projects. But yeah, that's like, yeah, I mean, I personally like, my brain is always like, you should make a spreadsheet for this, you should make a timetable for this. Like, I guess if I had this kind of project that I needed to maintain, I would just have like it count from a separate thing from my main project work. So like maybe like I wake up and I'm like, okay, I want to work on my mods today. I'm gonna work on some bug fixes, and then I'm gonna as like some sort of warm up, and then I'm gonna work um on like new projects, and then I'm gonna also devote some separate time for assets or whatever. I don't know, it's like, sorry if it's switching to advice more, I'm like, advice built like that. But mostly, yeah, I do think I'm just gonna leave something behind, bare minimum functionality. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But it just goes into the shredder attitude. I feel like it's been kind of life changing for me and has allowed me to do much more work. And obviously, because I have been doing much more work, I have been able to make my art cooler much quicker. Now you're good. I appreciate FG Sneaky Wisdom. Thank you. I'm gonna add wise old monk to the list of my pngtuber expressions that I want to add. Young chanter climbed up to the mountain to talk with the old wise monk Hope, and the chatter asked Hope, "How do you do how do you manage to multitask streaming, drawing, writing fan fiction, editing wiki ecology work, and taking care of your health?" The old wise monk got a hit from their humble Nine Souls bong, looked chatter in the eyes, and said, "I fucking don't. I just die." I had such issue like actual professors who are supposed to set an example for people, you know, like one of the main point of the whole course to clear up huge misconceptions, prejudice against people who, especially people, they would like to talk in such objectifying way about specially able people than their own actions, like when we would go to Chishua's kids and react almost as if it's something weird. Yeah, exactly. I don't have that last problem. I had a chance to observe the professor that I complained about in the working environment, and she was really good, but we're still, yeah, it's like there just needs to be a higher, like, I don't know how you would fix that. I'm hoping when I'm actually in the workforce to just kind of like maybe at least try and perpetuate good habits and good attitudes, at least within like my little work chat, so to say, just like among the people you know. But right now, when I'm in college, I'm like, I'm not gonna be arguing with y'all. It's just not useful. And it just makes me really stressed. Amazing wisdom. Thank you, thank you. I can't wait to hit another bong and Nine Souls. Nine Souls was so fun. I wish I had more time to stream just so that I can play Nine Souls. But oh well. I'm afraid we will have to pace ourselves. I was considering making a first day a stream day, but when I go back to work, it's just not gonna be viable. And also, I do want to actually have a spare evening once in a while. So no first day streams ever. And I feel like 3 streams per week is like pretty good. Very good even. Play mono. Wait, I need to save this to this folder. One stream sketches. Today is 20. No. Yeah, we're doing really well. I'm not sure if I'm satisfied with Rose's size, but we're gonna fix that after we're done rendering all of them. We're gonna do like also really quick, just like we're gonna do some color and scale correction, and then we're gonna just like also paint over them once more just to make sure there's no jank and nor um artifacts from previous editing. My school is aware that they're supposed to be treating disabled people and queer people correctly, but I don't think they know how. Like, they're all value students with special needs and whatever, and then they give the most treatment imaginable. For example, that time I just read off a bunch of behaviors and stuff I'd observed about me, including this child has anxiety, and we're like, so all this stuff you're self-conscious about is true, right? They will say things like, yeah, this kid won't able to do this, at all. Keep them to just ADL tasks, and that would make me so pissed off. Like, bro, isn't this much you're training for? Like, is preaching, try as much as you can, only 2 lectures? Yeah. Like, if you think about it, since disability is what we're talking about, it's like, I remember I was, one time when I was arguing with a professor, it was about inclusion of autistic children in classroom. And I was just kind of arguing, just like, because I made a whole ass fucking paper about it. Not, it's like a shitty undergrad paper, but you know, it's still some sort of research based on like what I read. It's like there are these strategies to there are some behaviors that autistic children will exhibit, and like here's some strategies to help them adapt to the classroom and be like yada yada yada. And the professor was basically like, oh, there's just no point in doing any of this shit, Lamayu, because they will always be autistic children. Like, if you try and include them like that, they will always just be disruptive to the whole process for the whole classroom. And it's like, can we lock in? Can we fucking lock the fuck in? You know? It's also especially, like, dehumanizing and upsetting as, like, as a disabled kid. I was really, 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 really severely, I mean, okay, severely disabled is not a real term, but when I was a kid, I was like the type of disabled they didn't think I would be ever be able to live on my own. Which turned out to not be true, because as it turns out, if you log in, a lot of quote unquote severe disability cases, severely disabled people, quote unquote, can be accommodated for. And obviously there's like a lot of things that had to be done just like with me individually, but like, you know, and there's still like a lot of I do still have issues, but it did work out very much. Like I like the my current lifestyle is nowhere near the prognosis that I was promised when I was like a little child. Well, I guess not me, my parents. And it's really upsetting to see how kids who actually have less issues than I did, in a lot of ways, are just get neglected by people who are supposed to take care of them, because they just think like, oh, I don't fucking, it's just never gonna work out, Romeo. And they're kind of rid of the chances to participate in society on full terms. Really, really gross. And upset, I'm not even touching, because obviously the queer kind of tolerance here is non-existent, pretty much. It's upsetting to me that they do not want to give Huskies a chance. Yeah, exactly. Which is like, it's not even necessarily because they don't even care. They care about these kids a lot. They care about their job. They care about these kids, but because they just don't really. It's like I feel like their optics are like just in the wrong place, right? I would say a lot, but it's Twitch, and I don't want to get banned. Yeah, never get banned on Twitch. Well, you know, if you really do, if you know, everyone knows that it can be really, really difficult to get banned on Twitch unless you say a certain slur against white people, in which case you will get banned immediately. I'm gonna drink some water. Let's log in. Ah, shit! I spilled some water on my pants. Fuck. Well, it's not okay. It's not much, so it's okay. Normally, spilling like a drop of water in your pants. It's like my house pants, so it's fine. I have like different sets of clothes for wearing at home and wearing outside. And the difference is that my outside clothes are actually like neat and tidy, and my home clothes are just shit that should probably be thrown out. And like whatever I'm currently wearing, which is just like a really, really thick hoodie and thick pants with no prints, no nothing. They're just gray. I want to get more gloves that have a long sleeve because I don't really. I'm like I have a high cold tolerance. So a lot of the time when I'm in college or like in any public setting, inside, I usually take off my jacket and I'm just in my t-shirt, and that really freaks people out because people are like, "Are you not cold? Are you not cold?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not cold." And I can't really, and I was thinking of maybe getting something with long sleeves just so that people are a little bit more comfortable with with the fact that I'm not in my jacket. Um, because it gets a little bit annoying after the first two times. I'm going to have your face. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. I was actually, when I was uploading yesterday's Nine Souls VOD, I also went ahead and did some formatting for older VODs. I did some thumbnails, and also had timestamps for the Nine Souls VOD to just be so that it's a little bit easier to navigate the VOD. Should I be adding those same timestamps to art streams just to like for topic conversations? For conversation topics? Hmm, much to consider. I think I want to be done with like some the VOD channel work, which is basically just kind of finishing up the thumbnails for VODs and just adding timestamps where applicable. Uh, Before I start Outer Wilds, because I would like to upload all of those, to make all of those public. It's not that much effort if I do it right after stream because I'm still like fresh. It's still fresh. I don't think I'm gonna add timestamps for older VODs, but whenever I upload nowadays, I can just like, okay, I remember vaguely what we were talking about, so I can just like run through and add some timestamps. Um, so like if it would be nice because I feel like maybe if you would like to, because we obviously just talk about whatever. So maybe if you would like to skip skip the talk of me trauma dumping about safe disability, you could do that. For new words, I mean. It's okay. It's okay to sometimes misspeak. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna put too much work into older VODs. On the same principle that I described earlier, which is that it's gone from my mind. It's in the shredder because if I spend too much time on it, I'm gonna get distracted from actually making new stuff and from actually streaming and from actually maintaining the VOD channel for new VODs. So yeah. I didn't see me in the phone. I'm glad they saw you in the end. Hell yeah, you're a boss. Yeah, that's why I wanna, as I said, I think I'm gonna do like some recordings of me playing Outer Wilds. Basically the same format that's like me doing gaming streams, but without chat. So you just get to see me just think out loud into nothing, which I feel like could be interesting. I wanna. I've been kind of like testing waters with Nine Souls. I wanna try and have a more analytical, not analytical necessarily, but like more attentive approach to games. And I feel like Nine Souls, not Nine Souls. I mean Nine Souls too, but I feel like Outer Worlds is an especially like game where you like wanna approach it in a such careful manner for the best experience, both for viewers and if I'm doing recording, and for myself as the player. Yay! I had to wave my hand and use my phone's flashlight to start the level, but don't forget to pay attention. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up. Wait a second. Oh my god, where's the... I don't know, I'm surprised where's the Wikipedia article for Labubu. Oh no, my whole PC just froze. So if I die... Oh, never mind. Never die. Never kill yourself. Hashtag Labubu. The conductor guy is now telling everyone else how stupid funny I was. I'm sorry. It's really funny though. Man, I love riding the bus though. I've been riding the bus so much in the past few months. It's so wonderful. You just get on the bus and you're just going somewhere. It's so awesome. Yeah, I'm probably gonna post this. I'm probably should actually just post the stream doodles that I do. Yeah, I will use it. I will use... Well, that's not scary at all. I'm probably just gonna post like stream sketches that I do, post stream and like Discord and something. Myself, along with the What is Up announcement, probably. Easy, time is not your friend. Time is not your enemy. Remedy, not enemy. Man, for someone who has listened to this song probably way too much, I know the lyrics it very poorly. The Spider-Verse clip where Miles just like listening to the song and then just like trying to sing the words, but he doesn't really know them that well, so he's just kind of fumbling all of them, was so painfully real. It's incredible. Oh yeah, full buses are not that fun. Buses are good when you can sit down, even if they're not completely empty. IMO. I that it was move to make them easy. Time is not your friend, not your remedy. Actually, is this a good direction? Ah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. At least I remember how to paint them now. That's pretty good. Alright. Oh my god, it's so scary. Focus so thick. I hope you get home safely, on a serious note. Godspeed, my guy. My goat. Fog fucking sucks. I don't want to say abolish all fog because I'm sure it has some sort of very important function in the environment. But holy shit. Still, you know, a little happy wish never hurt anyone, I hope. I really do hope that sentence is true. Fact check, but real happy wish givers true? Question mark? 20-degree temperature over here. Fun Minecraft fact. Since banner patterns can have different names for different colored patterns depending on the language, we cannot just have pink and border as two separate things and combine words when needed. We have separate translation keys for every single combination of colors and banners patterns in the same game. I now need to do the same thing. Crying. Godspeed, Mona. That's so scary. Praying for a 0-degree. Also praying for a 0-degree. And hi, Kirill. Welcome, welcome. We're gonna be left for just a little bit longer. I might maybe try and do longer streams in the future, but I don't know. I get pretty tired by 2 hour mark. I was really tired after the Sunday stream. And I wanna like push myself too much. Humble 1177 line translation file. The humble file. Ah! I was teaching a drunk man Lego Star Wars. My mind was never intended for this. Well, was it a fun type of experience, or was it the treacherous kind of experience? Flowers for all occasion, blood cultures. All right. This was actually probably the last song of the stream. Twitch recommended categories think looks so funny. The concept of art creativity has only 10% popularity of hit video game Minecraft. But it's true. It's literally true. Okay. Alright, I think it's properly added. So we're gonna check it out next. After Florence finishes singing. Oh god, we still need to set up the music bot, don't we? Fuck my life. Bruh, I don't wanna. It's so much work. It's probably not that much work, I'm just being lazy. Normalize being a little bit lazy. Do not normalize. I mean, actually, do normalize that. It's okay to just lay back and be a little bit lazy. Good, even. Not to mention that actually laziness is constructed by the big society. It does not really exist. So jot that down. Liberal left. There's like a really good book by Devon Price about this. I haven't finished it, I probably want to start it from the beginning because it's been a while since I last read it. But from what I've read so far, it's pretty good. It's called Laziness Does Not Exist. Mm, really, really interesting. I've currently been just reading mostly like articles, no actual books, unfortunately, because I have 1 billion articles I would like to read. And it's taking away from the time I would normally spend reading books on my phone. But it's okay, I'm sure I'll get through the 1 billion articles eventually. I have been reading some books, hell yeah! Imagine reading. Reading is awesome. What have you been reading? There was a screen with two buttons on both sides. We positioned together and he found every circle function which wasn't pressing of a button. We both pressed the button and nothing happened. As we were going home, he kept saying, we progressed so far. Hell yeah. Shout out Lego Star Wars. Yeah, we're gonna fix this later using transform tools, but for now we're just gonna fill it in like this. Yeah. Ooh, sweet. Absolutely not. But we're like done pretty good progress today. Well, that's not what was last stream, but we've still done pretty good progress. Um, but unfortunately not the last rows. Maybe, hopefully, one day. Maybe if I ever actually acquire the ability to do longer streams consistently, uh, that might be something that happens sooner than later. Mm. Doing 3 hour streams would be awesome, but as I said, it's I get really tired by the 2 hour mark, and I want to push myself. I was really tired after the Sunday stream, so. Mm. But maybe eventually, as I have more practice, it will probably become more easier. Yay! No, I should have probably started with going with circles. I'm just realizing this probably was the more optimal way to do this. Oh well, the more you know. Now I have some sort of strat for the next time I need to draw a lot of roses, which is probably gonna be sooner than you think. Than one would think. Can you actually hear me when I like hum the song like that? Okay, I think you can hear me a little bit. Man, I love singing. Maybe you should take some classes at some point. Yay! Okay, let's finish up this rose. No, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna end the stream right now. So make sure to submit it next time, which is next time during our stream, since we don't do song requests during gaming streams because we're playing the game actually. So make sure to submit it next time we're live with an art stream, which is gonna be next for Wednesday? Question mark. Again, I'm gonna post the schedule on Sunday. Because yeah, the stream days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, but you know, sometimes I have to like go somewhere or something, and I don't exactly remember what my plans for next week. Anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really happy with the amount of progress we made. I love our I love the humble Sea of Sorrow emote. Would you like to rate someone? If my PC allows me, we could go. I could send you somewhere. For example, Sea of Sorrow, repost this image to delay Sea of Sorrow. Oh, would you like to see Hollow Knight Silksong? There's a really cool streamer that I saw on YouTube actually, who is doing like Silksong challenges. Pretty cool. I'm gonna send you to her. It's gonna go for 1 more hour, I think. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time on Sunday for more Nine Souls. Yay! Bye bye. Thank you for watching.